I am Zeinab Shadbash. I'm very happy that in this conference I'm able to tell you about what the regime did during the massacre of 1988. My aunt Maryam Tabanayan Fard is one of the martyrs of this massacre. She was 25 years old when she was arrested for installing posters and got sentenced to 7 years in prison. They took her to Evin and was awfully tortured. After 7 years, they told us that she will be freed. We went with flowers and sweets to receive her, along with my grandpa and grandma. But they threw her back to us and said, "We have executed her." When I see the picture of Mustafa Salehi, who has been recently executed, and think of his 2 children, I very much remember my own memories of that time. I was 7 years old, and my most beautiful moments were the mornings when we were going to visit my aunt in Evin prison, where we had to wait for long times in long lines of families to finally go inside the prison. I had always seen my aunt from behind the glasses. I loved her so much, and to the last moment of the visit, I would wave at her so many times. At the end of the visit, I would place my hand on her through the glasses, and I would say goodbye to her. In one of the final days, they told us that we can have a person-to-person visitation. I was fortunate to visit her in person, along with my cousin. I was very little back then, so my mom filled my pockets with fruit and said, "You are going to see your aunt, Maryam. Remember to give her our warmest greetings." I and my first cousin went inside. I was very scared of the huge physiques of the guards. Once in, I faced many of the women, and among them I suddenly saw one running toward me. My heart had stopped because it was the first time. It was the first time that I was able to hug my aunt in person. I jumped in her arms. Up in the air, we were being exchanged between other women. They were all so alive and so happy. So, those were the most beautiful moments of my life. And then I recall my mom had filled my pocket with fruits. I attempted to pull them out, insisting Maryam to take them. But she put the fruit back in my hand and told me, "These are yours. But remember not to forget us once you get out." I did not understand what she was talking about, although I felt this is maybe my last visit. My first and last visit. I said, "Don't worry, you will be freed soon. The family look forward to see you out there." She hugged me tight and said, "Shall you not forget us?" I would never forget those moments. And one of my motives for stepping on this path is she herself. And of course, there are many like Maryam who sacrificed their lives for this cause. Surely those memories helped me in choosing the path and joining Mujahideen. Once I joined Mujahideen, I looked for her cellmates to see if I could find someone to tell me about her. Fortunately, I found a few of her mates which had survived. It's hard for me to talk about it. These were difficult moments, hearing the memories of her. They had tortured her so severely. The skin of her soul had gone completely. And in order to continue the torture, they had to cut some skin off from other part of her body and stick it to her souls. Truly, the crimes of this regime have no limits, and one could not believe them. The tougher part was when I learned that the night before her execution, they cut her left foot and her right hand to punish her, and then they would go ahead with the hanging. I couldn't imagine what our prisoners went through in the prisons. And the more painful is that this is going on still in Iran. Many are waiting their execution under this regime, and so many children will not have their wish of seeing their fathers and mothers and aunts and uncles granted. Therefore, I would like to ask the United Nations and Amnesty International and a serious request to pass a resolution on this matter. It is the wish of all those whom their voice cannot reach you, and I am one of them. Thank you.